Can you walk us through a practical example of appropriate tone, applying appropriate tone?
Huh. So let's quickly look at something, to illustrate the idea. And so in this case, hi Hans, great to hear from you! Exclamation point. Yes, let's definitely discuss your case. This week's super busy going to New York City, meeting a big client, but next week's better. How about Tuesday? Cheers, Jim. And you look at that and you immediately know, assuming that the formality is correct, that Hans and Jim have known each other for a long time. They're friends, because it's a very informal email. And the way Jim created this informal tone was with tone devices, the salutation, hi Hans, um, contractions, let's, uh, weeks, using cosmetics, super, big, instead of, no modality, this very direct style. How about Tuesday? And the closing, cheers, and the name, Jim. And so if you imagine you change the formality factors, okay, let's say that Jim is writing to Hans, but instead of friends who have known each other for a long time, it's a client who wants to talk about a case. And maybe it's a client from, Germany or Austria, someplace where they're a little bit more formal. And so Jim would adjust the tone devices to match the formality factors. And it becomes, Dear Mr. Smith, so the salutation changes, more formal, no contractions, choosing different synonyms. It was a pleasure. Eliminating cosmetics, no exclamation points, no capitalization, underline. I would be happy to discuss your case. This week is busy, but anytime next week would work for me. Are you available on Tuesday? And then you close in a more formal way. Kind regards, Chris Jensen. And it's important. Another point that I would like to mention is, once you decide on the appropriate level of formality, it's important to implement your decision with tone devices in a consistent way throughout the correspondence. So if you call him Mr. Smith, you would probably want to close in a similar level of formality. Kind regards, comma, Chris Jensen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And one last thing, Angelica, no jargon, no legal style. In this email, you have been formal without resorting to this crutch of, difficult, unnatural, strange legal jargon. The point is, you don't have to choose between formality and simplicity. You
Mm-hmm.
can be formal and simple at the same time.
Thank you. This is really helpful.